All right, everybody. Thanks so much for coming to this class or presentation on the library, especially what is on the library website. Do all of you have a library card? Okay. All right, so I am going to talk about how you can get a library card, but most of this presentation I'll be sharing with you the library website, and we'll basically go through almost all of it. And there is a lot of new things that have been added. The library staff, especially the library director, Stephanie Ralph, they've been calling this website their fourth branch because there's so many things on it. So I'm going to share my screen now. And okay, this is the Summit County Library website, and it's at summitcountylibraries.org. When you look at the website, these little big changes, these big screens will change to different things. And then this is their table of contents, if you will, that you can look at. So I'm going to talk to you about how you can get a library card first, because everything that is on this website is free if you have a library card. And if you go to frequently asked questions under the contact tab, and you go down and it says, can I get a library card online? This is just brand new. You can get a library card by coming down here, and this is the adult form to fill out. And then you fill out the application and you send it back into the library. It should be, you submit down here. And within 48 hours, they will either call you or text you with your library card number. That number will allow you to do anything on the library website. The only other requirement is that you need to go into one of the branches within 3 months to sign the form and to pick up your library card. If you don't get in with 3 months, then that number of yours is going to be canceled, and you'll probably have to start the process all over again. But this just makes it so much easier. Before, you had to go into the library and do it all in person, but now they're kind of skipping that part. So this is a great improvement, I think. Should get more people involved. And then also there is, let me go out of this, my one black thing. Okay. Children can also fill out this, the same way by filling out the children's card form here. And the parent or just would need to help them out. And then the same thing, they would, within 48 hours, they would get a number. So that's the easiest way for you to get a library card, or just to go to the library and apply for it there.
Barb, I have 2 questions.
Sure.
First off, which tab is that FAQ under?
It was under the contact.
Okay. And the
All
other
right.
thing is, that are the libraries open at this point for the public to go into?
You have to call them and get an appointment. All the appointments are on the hour, but I've often called just the day that I want to go in the morning, and I still get in.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and also if you just tell them that you're coming in to get a library card or to sign for your internet card, they may just let you in without even an appointment, since you wouldn't be there for very long. Okay. Thanks for the question. Okay, the other thing I'm going to show you on this part is the My Account page. There are a number of things that you can do under this part. It will remember your library card. So I'm going to log in to my account. And this part gives you what you've checked out, any titles you have on hold, your reading history. So, and that just shows you all the books that, and And actually, this is what we're reading to my grandson too. So there's lots of kids' book on this too. But this is your reading history if you want to do something like that. Finds and messages, your list if you want to keep track of any books you want to read, you can do that here. Materials requested, you can rate the titles that you've read or get recommendations too. So there's a lot that you can get right from here. There's the library hours and location, back to the home page, the events calendar, and how to stream and download things. I don't really use this information here. I use Goodreads instead, but it's another option for you if you'd like that. Okay, so now we'll go back and we'll look at all the things that you have. So up here is the catalog, which would be the books, DVDs, and audiobooks and whatever. This is the online collection. This would be ebooks, more audiobooks, and maybe some of the things that are on the website, and then the website itself if you want to go look at. So I'm going to go here to stream and download under Find It. And this is going to show you all the different things that you can get through the library website. First of all, it talks about the audiobooks. So you don't necessarily, you used to have Amazon or a Kindle or something to get an ebook, but now you can use Libby, which is provided by Overdrive. And Overdrive is the large collection of ebooks and audiobooks that we can get through Marmot. And Marmot is like a consortium of smaller libraries in Colorado. And everybody will, which the Summit County Library is, they will pay so much money to buy books for Marmot. And one of the things that our library does is they buy $10,000 worth of digital books every year for the past couple of years. And those 10,000 books that Summit County buys are then able for the rest of the Marmot Consortium to use. So for small libraries like us, that allows us to have a much larger database of books to choose from. So Libby, I'm going to just show you this video. It doesn't take very long, and it will show you how that you can use Overdrive and Libby.
Over the past few years, Overdrive has grown to have one of the largest collections of digital media, which you can borrow using your library card. Overdrive also offers Libby, a mobile app for Android and Apple iOS devices that gives you a seamless borrowing and reading experience. Similar to checking out a physical book from the library, there is a fixed number of digital copies for each title for you to borrow. If no copies are available, you can place a hold to request a copy as soon as it's available. The following lessons in this tutorial are device specific, so you only need to go through the lessons that apply to you. No matter the device you have, you can enjoy Overdrive wherever you are.
Okay, and so then over here, if you have an Android, it shows you how to use that, the Apple, Kindle Fire, and so forth. And then it also talks to you about the books that are available. And there are magazines now available. The library used to do their magazines through, I think it was RB, and just lately they've switched over to Overdrive and Marmot and Libby for their magazines. Do you guys have any questions about using Libby if you wanted to check out any ebook materials? Okay. Most of the books that I buy are digital. I don't, I do check out maybe a couple books a year. No, more like a couple books a quarter or so. But I really do enjoy doing them online. Okay, so the other things as far as audiobooks that are involved, these are for children. If you have any kids or you have grandchildren or neighbors or something, the Tumble Book Library is a wonderful, wonderful use. It has all kinds of books for kids, probably from preschool on up to probably fourth grade or so. And they have storybooks, read-alongs. They even do language learnings in French and Spanish. And they have great graphics. And you can read them online. And it'll talk to you on that. And this one, I guess, doesn't have any graphics, but when I was teaching school, a lot of the schools kind of drool over wanting tumble books, and it was pretty expensive. So the fact that our library has it is really a nice service for us. So great for kids to look at. And then there's also a tumble math, which is same thing, only all the books have a math focus. Okay, so when we go down to ebooks, there's still a Libby again that you can get your ebooks from. The Tumble Book Library, whether you want to look at that, and the Tumble Math, the same kinds of things.
Barb, do you have to use Libby? I always get my ebooks through Apple, my Apple account. So if I wanted to use the library's ebooks instead, how would I load that onto my Apple devices?
Well, I have a Kindle, so I get all my books to Amazon. I don't go through Libby. So I'm thinking that perhaps you can do it through your Apple account as well. But certainly if that doesn't work, then yeah, Libby would probably work for you. I don't know, when they were talking about it, did you see Apple on there?
I didn't, but Amazon works too, of course. So
Yeah.
you get your ebooks and you have it download on your Amazon through your Amazon account on your
Yes.
devices.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do. It'd help you get that started too. I just don't know for sure how Apple would work. But my Kindle works great. Okay, so newspapers and magazines. There are 4 newspapers that you can get for free from the library: the Denver Post, the New York Times, the Summit Daily News, and the Wall Street Journal. You're also able to get consumer reports. And that, so if you came to this spot, you could click here and you could get to it. I was going to show you the magazines that are now on Libby Overdrive. The digital magazines, they have a ton of them. So here's the magazine click. All titles. So you can set your preferences up here for what kind you want. They will tell you what is new. All kinds of cooking things. I'm a knitter, and there's 4 different knitting magazines. They have Oprah's magazine, just a wide variety. And so you would click on one of those and borrow it, or you could read a sample. And I think it used to be that you could borrow, yeah, you can borrow up to 5 at a time, and then put up to 10 on hold. So you get to borrow these magazines for 21 days. A huge amount of them to look at. Okay, so videos. There is Creative Bug. Creative Bug is a way that you can learn arts and crafts and different, like painting or knitting or whatever that might be an art or craft. And again, you could purchase this yourself, but because it's on the library and you have a library card, it's all free to you to use. So when you go into Creative Bug, it doesn't remember your library card number, so you have to log that in every time, which is kind of a too bad, because a lot of the others do remember the library card. But it has just, again, a wide variety of different things for the person who wants to learn how to do something artistic or develop a new skill. And they're all online video classes. Oops, sorry. And then Canopy. Have you guys heard of Canopy before? It is all videos that you can stream. They have a Canopy for kids. The highlight magazines are on here. So is a whole bunch of Sesame Street in Spanish and in English. A lot of materials for kids to look at. And they also have, of course, for adults. So a lot of you can get an email once you join Canopy. You can get an email every week and it'll tell you what's new or what's trending and what you can watch. What I find, all the Oscar movies, maybe not some of the most recent, but certainly a lot of the old ones. And then it also has, I don't know how far I have to go down to show you. If you've ever heard of Great Courses, that's another thing that you can subscribe to for a fee. And they have all kinds of courses that you can take about a wide variety of things. I see it advertised on Facebook, and right now they're offering 85% off for it. But here again, it would be a free. So all of these courses of how to paint, sacred music, different places to go visit, different countries. Let me close this for a second so I can see what I'm doing. I saw that there was one on gardening, like the Holy Land, learning different languages, National Geographic. I was happy to see that because I don't have to pay for them. I just get them through my library card. So that's Canopy, all kinds of DVDs or movies that you can stream. They list eBug, e-learning, the creative bug. This Niche Academy, this is just one of the newer ones that have been put on the library. This is another wealth of information because it's online tutorials for all kinds of things. A lot of the things that are on the library website have a tutorial, like the A to Z databases, the A to Z Food to America. These are all on the website right now. Beanstack is what you can use. But they also have things that are not on the website, like Goodreads, how to do that, how to do Google Docs, Google Drive. It has Microsoft and PowerPoint. How, if you want to become better at those things. But pretty much everything that's on the website has a tutorial to help you out. Twitter for you, and Zoom, Windows Basic if you need some help with that. So this is another wealth of material for you to go check out. The Prenda is a coding program for kids from middle school to high school. Rosetta Stone, as you probably heard of Rosetta Stone, if you want to learn a language, it's right here for you to access. And then the universal class is a little bit like Great Courses, but it also teaches you all kinds of different classes: accounting, finance, homeschooling, a wide variety of things. And again, you just need to log in with your library card number, and then you have complete access. And if you take these classes, they also give you some credit units too. So there's all kinds of ways to spend your time on this website of learning things and gaining more skills and everything. It says they have over 500 online classes for you. So this is a little bit like Great Courses. Okay, so do you guys have any questions about this part so far? You find it again under Find It, and then Stream and Download. Okay, the next part is Programs and News. So this is the area for children and teens. If you have any grandkids or neighbor children who are not quite in kindergarten yet, they can join the 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten. And this is a great way to get young children involved in reading to figure it out. So my grandson, as soon as he was born, I signed him up. He doesn't live in Summit County, but we still do it. So let's see, create account. I have an account, so I'm going to sign in. And his name is Cruz. So you click here to log reading. You log the book that you just read. And well, in fact, you don't even have to put in the title. You can just put down the number. So these green dots are where we've read. I will show you what he's done so far. It's pretty easy to, my black, okay. It's pretty easy to navigate. So right now, he's got a little over 300 books that he has listened to. So it's a great program to get kids interested in reading and to start that development of vocabulary and all that. Okay. In the children and teens part, it lists Libby and Canopy Kids, and these that we've already talked about. It lists the events over here for things for children. And then the teen area, it again lists things for them and different kinds of events that are coming up for this age group too. Okay. You can look at the calendar here, but you can also sign up for emails that will tell you what's coming up at the library, both online and in person. So that's one way that you can keep in touch. And then if you want to know the news that's happened, they list all their articles and a lot of the things that they put on Facebook. If you've heard about the sad lamp, if you have troubles when the sun isn't out for a long time, you can go to the library and sit in front of this lamp and it will kind of rejuvenate you. Do you have any questions about this tab right here with the children and teens? Okay. We are going to the research part of it. So they have the A to Z database. Some of them we've already talked about, but all kinds of databases that you can use if you need to fix your car, or you want to do something with business, or you want to do something with investment. It's all in here too. These A to Z maps and food, highlight foods, different places that you can look for books. These four right here, this Explorer, They are great resources for homeschool kids and families, or if your child or your grandchild is quarantined, this would be another good opportunity for you to look at to help them out. What else is on here? Yeah, the Niche Academy, we talked about that one. So those are all the databases that you can get. You can browse them by subject. They list local resources here, which are different companies. I looked to see if this the senior center was on here. Oh yeah, there's senior center. So all different things that are in Summit County. So that's good. And different resources for students. Okay. Now, if you want to get involved with the library, there are a number of ways for you to volunteer. There is the Library Foundation. The Library Foundation is charged with raising larger dollar amounts for different projects. Right now, we're in a building campaign, and so we are trying to raise money for that. This is the address if you want to give donations, but there's all kinds of ways that you can support the library. If you buy from Amazon, you can either establish the Library Foundation or Friends as your recipient of your 0.5%. City Market is the same way, PayPal and Giving First. So those are good ways to help them out. And then there's the Friends of the Library. The Friends of the Library, basically what they have done before COVID is do book sales. So, and then again, the same ways that you can support them through Amazon Smiles or for City Market. And they'll also take volunteers. And then the Board of Trustees. The Board of Trustees is available by application. If you look, usually toward the end of the year, there will either be an ad on the website or possibly in the Summit Daily News that the library board is looking for new members. And you talk to Stephanie Ralph, the director, and then send in your resume and you'll be called for an interview. The terms on this are for 3 years, but you can also sign up for 3 more. The Library Foundation, you can be on the Library Foundation as long as you want. You can be on the volunteer at the library by helping to shelve books or whatever might be necessary. You can give, donate, and material. People were asking about the library, like the Friends, if they were accepting books now. You'll have to call for sure. I don't think that they are because they can't do book sales. So lots of ways for you to help out at the library if you choose to. And so then to contact the library, this is here. And it gives the different branches, their hours, their mailing lists, their phone numbers, and also other email contacts for you if you have something specific that you want to ask about. So that is the library's website. Went through pretty fast. Do you have any questions? I will stop sharing.
Barb, do they have any links to, say, Raria campus in Denver or DU or nothing
No.
like that?
No, they don't, but that's a good point. We should try for that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Anybody?
I have a quick question.
Mhm.
I noticed for some of the the newspapers that basically it's going to ask for your last name and then a library card number. Is that so if I've never been to say the Wall Street Journal or the New York Times before, is it automatically it's going to recognize that once I type it in if I've accessed it from the library website?
I think when I was looking at the New York Times just recently, I got an email to download the app. And I had like 72 hours to download the app. Now, whether that's the same for the Wall Street Journal and those, I don't know.
I just signed
Okay.
on to a couple of those and I just used the library number and accepted it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? Oh, there's a question, sorry. No, the question is, do we have any genealogy partners or links like ancestry.com? No, I haven't seen any of those on the databases, but another good suggestion to get. Yeah. Are the libraries open at this point? They are on a limited basis. I don't know, we just moved to Orange, but I'm pretty sure that it's still by appointment only. So you would call and they'll bring you in for 45 to 50 minutes at the top of the hour. You have to come in, once you get an online library card or library number, you have to go in before 3 months are up. So you have 3 months to go in. Oh, the other thing that I didn't tell you guys, one of the things that are happening in libraries across the country is that they are doing away with library fines, and our library is no different. So now there's no library fines for overdue books, whether you're a child or an adult. If you damage a book or lose a book or whatever, you'll be asked to pay for it, but no overdue fines. There's also the children's card that is available if the parent signs and helps them get it. And then your kids can check out books using their own library card rather than your card. And then the other thing that the library is working with is a partnership with the Summit County School District, with the library, and with Marmot. And all the students at the Summit County School District, they have a Chromebook. And this Chromebook is, of course, hooked up to the internet and all. And so what they're working on now, their school ID number to check out materials on the library card, or check out materials from the library to their Chromebook. I think this is going to be a great opportunity. I don't know how many kids go to the library and have reading materials at home, but at least this way, and they'll learn how to do this, they will be able to have reading materials at home, especially from, I think it's 3rd grade on up, they take their Chromebooks home. And they actually keep them over the summer too, or they have in the past. So hopefully that'll get started by the end of this school year, or certainly the beginning of next school year. There's other school districts in Colorado that have done that. It says, is there a limit on the number of canopy uses? I don't believe so. Probably there might be like 5 to 10 or something like that. But I can go back and look and see how that goes. So I'm going to go back to find it, back to stream and download, and back to videos. And there's a canopy. And, you know, after Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, the video of hers was on Canopy. And I know lots of people were checking that one out. But, so if I wanted to, A Man Called Ove, I can watch it. And it will, right there, I can play it. If I wanted to add it to my list, there we go. I'll just pick another one. I'll do this one if I want to add it to my list. So it doesn't look like there's a limit. So you can either watch it right away or watch it later. And then you can browse. It says you have 5 play credits left this month. So there must be some limit then to this how many you can watch. Okay, does that answer your question, kind of? I'll have to play around with it a bit. Okay. Any others? No? Okay, well, I think Philip, I'm done.
Well, what I'll go ahead and do is stop the video.